Hello, Clashers, and welcome back to your weekly episode of the Culture Clash. I'm your host, Luis Villalon, bringing you the latest and hottest pop culture news that have happened all week long. Of course, we're going to talk about your girl, Taylor Swift. Girl, she's mad at you because you ain't buying her album. She sure is. Also, did I hear J-Lo is back with Ben Affleck? Girl, that is so exhausting. People are also mad about Bad Bunny, and I feel like I just didn't get to say enough last week. So we're bringing it back. We are bringing it back. We are talking about Bad Bunny and our beloved um, Dolly Parton. She is asking for prayers, and we are going to pray for her. You know that I cannot do this alone, so of course I have to bring someone exciting, someone amazing, and her outfit Chef Kiss. You've already seen the pictures on Instagram. You already know who she is. Please help me welcome Gigi. Hello. How
Hello.
are you?
Good.
I was supposed to say your last name and I
That's
was like,
okay.
I'm gonna mess it up. Say your last name for me.
Gabinesh.
Gavanesh. So hot.
Hmm.
How are you, Gigi?
Good.
Your ma-
Excited to be here.
we're so excited. Your makeup is everything.
Thank
Can we
you.
get a close up of this makeup? Oh, work, work, work. So pretty. What inspires this whole outfit? Tell me a little bit.
Well, I feel like in general, I love a good theme. And like my fashion kind of borders campy. This one, the theme is just like leopard print. Um, but like it can't be too basic. Like I have to do something kind of quirky with it. Hence the like alien leopard print
Wow.
shirt and skirt, and then the leopard print fluvogs to.
It's so interesting because it is so busy. There are so many patterns. There's so much coming at you, but it makes sense.
Yes,
I
yes.
love a maximalist queen because I am not. I don't wear jewelry. I love people who just overdo it all the
Yeah.
time. And I wish that I could do that, but I feel like a clown and not like a good
Mm,
one. So when I see people just put all prints together and so like effortlessly cool, I'm just like jealous.
it took like a while to get there. Like you kind of build on it, and then at some point I just embraced the clown. So,
We're all clowns.
yeah, yeah,
We're all clowns.
exactly.
So let's talk a little bit about you. You obviously love fashion.
Yes.
You love just putting outfits together. Tell us, are you from Cincinnati? Where were you born?
Yes, born and raised in Cincinnati, shockingly. Um, yeah, I haven't lived anywhere else. I like to travel a little bit here and there when I can, but went to college in Ohio, OU, so in Athens, which is even smaller. But yeah,
I really enjoy that not a lot of people from the Midwest really push ourselves to wear quirky clothes that are outside of what we find pretty or
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
And you always obviously give me such a big city vibe. Places where people really are not afraid to bring fashion. And every time I've seen you out, it's just such a delight. It is so interesting to
Thanks.
turn around and see like what is this bitch wearing? It's so fun and exciting.
I appreciate that.
So I would encourage more people out in Cincinnati and
Yeah,
anywhere where that you guys are watching to just go out there, have fun with fashion.
yeah.
Are you I hear that you're a big thrifter.
I am.
I love thrifting.
I'm like very like I don't know what the right word is, but I like consider myself to be like a sustainability advocate, sustainable fashion advocate. Um, just because like one, I think it started kind of with a money thing. Like it's easier to attain what I want for something like that I can afford if I go out and find it secondhand. And then also like it's just more unique. Like you're gonna find something that other people don't have, and that's just kind of like the fun part of it.
Absolutely. Okay, one point. It's not even cheap anymore.
No.
Thrift stores, I am so annoyed. I grew up on thrift stores. Like
Yeah.
I had my parents live around a Goodwill store, and since I was like a young kid, like I've been going to Goodwill and picking up clothes. And now that it has just become like the trend, I cannot believe that thrift stores have prices that are comparable to places like TJ Maxx.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, girl,
No, it's actually insane. And what's crazy about it is you'll find like a piece of fast fashion, like there'll be something from Shein that probably already cost $5 from the website, and it'll be like $7 at the thrift store. And
with pit stain.
yeah, and like why are you paying that? Or there'll be a sweater with a giant hole in it for nine
Yes.
dollars, and I'm like, why would I want to pay for that? Like it,
I 100% agree. And I think that the more fast fashion that we see, and to the other point that will come back around, you know, you said you're all about sustainability and whatnot. In my days, we just call it a thrift queen.
yes,
We just
yes,
call it thrift queens. But the more fast fashion that we see in the world, we're starting to see all these clothes in the thrift store that your grandparents, when they passed away, they were leaving behind some amazing pair of tailor pants that I find that everyone's like, where did you get these pants? I'm like, somebody's
right.
dead, like, thanks to them. And I cannot believe that our legacy when it comes to clothing is going to be fast fashion and thrift store and leaving it to thrift
Right.
stores.
No, like you literally see a lot more fast fashion and like low quality items at the thrift store as opposed to like thrifting good quality vintage clothing, because obviously they don't make clothes like they used to, and who knows if they will. Like it's just a mess.
It is a mess, but we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And we do encourage you, as much as we hate to say, don't go thrifting because you're stealing our treasures. Go thrift and go find really amazing
Yeah.
pieces that you don't have to go and buy fast fashion. I promise you, it is so much more unique to show up. And I would rather have people tell me I look like a clown than people not even look at you.
Yeah, sometimes people tell me I look like a clown and it's like derogatory, but like I just have embraced it to the point where I'm like, well, yeah, that's the point. Like
That's the vibe.
you're right.
As RuPaul said, you're born naked and the rest is drag. And
Exactly.
drag to me is clown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever whatever you do, whether you're a server, whether you are a nurse, a doctor, we all put on a outfit to go and pretend to be something
Exactly.
that half of us don't want to be at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least when where you want to be, which is at the comfort of your house or going out with friends, then dress how you want and not just anything.
Yeah.
So I love that. Okay, well, let's get into the question that we always ask. I actually, it's the first question we ask. I'm just so intrigued by your fashion. I'm so intrigued, and it's just so interesting. But the first question that we always ask our guests, it kind of leads us to know who you are. Who is your number one pop diva?
Well, it's just always got to be Gaga. I mean, there's just never like I don't think she's ever had a flop era. Like everything is consistently good. She's consistently like at the top of her game doing and like that's another thing. Like I feel like her fashion is also really kind of like outlandish and like drag, and I'm obviously like very attracted to that aspect as well. So that just plus the overall.
I actually, I have to disagree with you because you said she's never had a flop era, but we know she has Joker too.
Well, okay, well, musically,
I'm sorry, we don't talk about that, right? In a lot of
I
gays with
actually
us,
forgot about that.
exactly. Also, a lot of gays hate Joanne, and Joanne is one of my favorite albums.
No, it's good.
Yes,
It's good.
stay Joe.
They just don't like the genre.
The gays just want to be out on the alphabet,
Yeah.
shirtless on the
Yeah.
dance floor. But we love Gaga. Gaga really gave us all the permission to be clowns.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I remember she really changed the trajectory of pop culture, of pop music, of what performance even is. If you were lucky enough to, I grew up like really at the time where Gaga came out. Like
Yeah.
she's mother. And I just remember how fashion changed, the way people were doing performances on
Yeah.
stage. Like it was all about the fashion, it was all about the theatrics. I mean, the VMA performance of Paparazzi.
iconic. So many iconic moments. And like even if you don't listen to her or like her music, like you know her iconic moments.
You can absolutely appreciate Gaga. And I also think that she has gotten to a point where she is now an icon and very much respected in
Yeah.
every part of the business.
Yeah.
She can sing, she can act, except for Joker.
That's not her fault.
It was not her fault. It was not her fault. Gaga can do no wrong.
Yeah.
I have a hot take, but and this might be like a good and a bad thing.
Okay.
I don't like Gaga acting only because to me Gaga is so like Gaga
Yeah.
that it's the only thing I see when I watch her act.
See, I like her in like certain like a certain genre, like her in American Horror Story, love.
Very much her
Like,
vibe.
yeah, exactly. I feel like when it fits her vibe, it's just like it works, you know?
Exact when she was the when the blood, that white dress,
Yeah, yeah.
it's so Gaga, it's so campy. But like the House of Gucci and even A Star Is Born,
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm like, okay. And don't get me wrong, I have been to every movie except for Joker 2. And I've supported. I have paid my $17 for that movie ticket.
Yeah.
And if she
Yeah.
comes out with another movie, I'll go watch her.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe I'll watch Joker because I always talk shit about it and I've never even seen it.
I don't know that I watched it either. I think we just like everyone just kind of collectively knew that it wasn't
I mean, I don't even
it.
think she watched
Yeah.
it.
Probably not.
I
She
think
just got that check
and bounced.
yeah,
She
yeah.
bounced.
Got her foot in that door.
But Gaga can do no wrong. I
Yeah.
will support that queen. Have you seen her in concert?
I have not. I really wanted to go to see her in Chicago. What was that, like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
But
Tickets were pricey.
they were so pricey. And I was just in Chicago like a couple months ago. So it was just too much going on.
We love Chicago.
Yeah.
Shout out to my girls in Chicago.
Yes.
Yeah, I really, really wanted to see Gaga. It is not out of my delusion and my
Yeah.
manifestation that I will see the Chromatica ball because she's coming around still. Like she's doing London. So it's not out of the question that I might see her, but I really wanted to see her in Chicago. And I just could not. I was like, I'm not paying that much.
No, no.
And if I'm going to pay a good amount, I need to like be at least really close.
Yeah, get your money's worth.
The ticket
Yeah.
that I paid the most was Beyonce Renaissance.
Well, that's fair.
It was $1,000, but I mean, Beyonce was like bouncing on that table. Like I could see her that close.
Okay, well that's I think your money's worth.
Exactly.
Like,
Yes, yes, yes. So we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready to get into hot topics?
Yes.
I am ready to just talk about what's happening in pop culture because everyone is mad. Everyone is upset. Girls, it is not that serious. So this is something that we actually talked about last week, but I just feel like I didn't get enough to say. So I want to hear your opinion because global sensation Bad Bunny is set to perform at the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show. The Apple Music and the NFL and Rock Nation announced that the 3 times Grammy award-winning global recording artist Bad Bunny will perform at the Apple Music. Something happened. You guys don't even need to know. I read this exact same thing last week. We know what's happening about it.
Honestly, like I was a little surprised just given the current like climate of things. But I don't know, it doesn't seem like too crazy or out of the question. Like I think there's a lot of I don't know if backlash is the right word, but I feel like a lot of people maybe feel like it's not deserved or it's not the right like stage or platform for him, but I don't know. I think it's kind of like almost brave in a way because of, again, the state of everything. And I know that there's been some like talks about like him getting deported or something for like performing there, which is like crazy. There's so much craziness going on. Like that part's ridiculous. But like I think to actually do it and like accept the offer or whatever to do it given everything going on is like really brave.
I agree with you. You just said one word that really I want to emphasize on that. And I might not be okay with Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl. Maybe
Mm,
not for the reasons that people are thinking, but you just said deserve. When it comes to the Super Bowl performance, in my opinion, it should be done in a legacy way,
mm,
meaning you have paid your dues to be a legend. And I'm not saying Bad Bunny isn't, because music has changed drastically. And now music artists be they're hot and then they're gone type of thing.
yeah.
But to me, a performance is like Madonna did the Super Bowl after how many decades? Beyonce did the Super Bowl after how many decades? Lady Gaga did the Super Bowl. So it's like it's almost an honor, like the crown jewel. It's the most watched performance in the world. So I don't. Bad Bunny has been in the game for like maybe 10 years. The last 5 years, he really has blown up. And I think that if you're talking about a global star, there are only about two or three
Mm,
and he is one of them. It is also not shocking to me that people are up in arms about it,
yeah.
because I remember listening, it was, I think, 2006, 2007, listening to the song by Shakira, Hips Don't Lie. And there's that little part where she speaks Spanish. And that little part, I remember listening to it in American radio and just thinking, holy shit, I cannot believe that I'm listening to Spanish
Mm,
language on an American radio station. So to now, my producer is saying racism. I'm gonna say allegedly. We're not gonna get into that deep. We all know where it really stems from.
yeah.
But the progression of 15 years ago, almost 20 years ago, of me being shocked to listening to a
Mm,
5 second clip of a Spanish, not even a Spanish song, a song that had 5 seconds in Spanish, to now watching the Super Bowl performance, which is again the most watched performance, and it's going to be fully in Spanish, is like, I understand why people are upset.
yeah.
People hate change.
That and I don't know. Well, one, I think it's really hard to follow Kendrick's performance from last year. Like that was just insane. Like on every level, so good. But I don't know, like I feel like especially the NFL and everything is so like commercialized and like capitalized that I don't know, like I almost wonder if him performing is like
Money making?
yeah,
Of course it is. Of course it is. The NFL, there's only one thing they care about, and
yeah.
that is money.
Well, that's why they, like to put Taylor on the big screen when she comes to the games.
Exactly. But then straight men at home want to complain about it. And it's like, do you know how much money she's made them?
Right,
They
right.
could not care about your opinion,
Yeah.
because otherwise they would stop showing her.
Yeah. It's
And
not just about the football, it's not just about the sports. Like that's why brands like take out so much money for ads for the Super Bowl every year. Like it's all very corporate and
yeah, and remember that there's no such a thing as bad publicity.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
NFL is loving the controversy because people are fighting.
Exactly.
We are all
Yeah.
going to watch
Yeah.
either whether you're on one side and say, "Oh, I'm not watching this." You're going to end up hearing about it.
Mhm.
And if you're on the other side, you're going to purposely like turn it on just to see what
Yeah, hate
happens.
watch. Yeah.
So, I hate that it becomes so political, and then at the end of the day, it's your everyday, like all politics at the end of the day, it really comes down to affecting your relationship with your coworkers, with your family. That it's just like, why are like, but to everyone hating at home about Bad Bunny doing the halftime show for being a Latino, I just want you to know that not long ago there were people upset because there was a person of color on TV. So I'm just gonna leave that with you, and you have a few months to learn Spanish.
Get
Let's get
started
into the
now.
next topic. Let's talk about Taylor Swift. Are you a Swiftie?
I am not.
Ooh.
I am a certified Taylor hater.
Oh, girl, well, earrings coming off, hair's going up. Let's go. Let's fight. Okay, let's talk about Taylor Swift, okay?
Okay.
Because I have a hot take. Because Taylor Swift responds to criticism of Life of a Showgirl album. Oh my God. The singer shared that she chooses to welcome the chaos and not read into every opinion following the release of her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. I have a lot of respect for people's subjective opinion on art. I am not the art police. Everybody is allowed to feel exactly how they want. The girl is mad.
She wouldn't have said any of that if she wasn't mad, if it
Yes.
wasn't getting to her, because she has no problem being silent.
When things are good.
Yeah. Even when things are bad, when people are like begging for her to say things about certain topics,
Yeah.
she has no problem being silent. So
None.
like it's obviously, getting to it's not giving the reaction she wanted, because I think she just thinks that like she's almost untouchable, and that like she has created such a cult following, which is like part of the reason I'm such a big Taylor hater, because it's just like it's weird. Like it's bizarre. I don't think you should put anyone on that high of a pedestal. Like it's unhealthy, and that also leads to like if someone puts out a bad album or bad songs or something, you're just gonna like, ride or die for them just because that's your person. But like, I mean, even for this album, I've heard a lot of her fans are just not.
I am a huge fan. I am not a Swiftie. I have said that I am not a Swiftie, but I am a huge fan. I actually really enjoy all the circus that she puts up, like that she puts for people. One of her things is like you cannot be mad at people just simply being happy, and I like that. The energy in her concerts are on another level. I think that once you're in it, I want to say that I'm in it in a healthy way. I love like listening to this. Like I love the whole like Easter eggs and did she do this? Did she do that? Like I really do enjoy that. But to say when you idolize someone and you put them in a pedestal, it's not fair because now the girl that she didn't deliver what her fans were expecting, now the girl is being dragged. I am a fan of her music. I was very, very excited for this album. I enjoy some of the songs, but it was not what I was expecting. She said that she was a showgirl, and she just gave me a girl.
Yeah. I don't think she delivered on any of the fronts that like people expected. And I mean, I haven't listened to too much of her recent music because I just it got to a certain point that I just wasn't a fan. I mean, I was a big fan of like old school Taylor Swift, like when she was so-called country, which I didn't really even believe she was country because I grew up listening to country music. But like that was the era, like, the I can't even remember the name of the
Tim
album, but the
McGraw,
like curly hair,
her debut
like
album.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was the Taylor that I liked, and like to me that felt more authentic. And this album is just like it feels like it lacks authenticity. It feels like honestly like a money grab. Like she just put things together that she, assumed that she thought she knew her fans were going to love, and it just I don't know, like I listened to the album purely just to like get my read on it because everyone like is talking about it so much, and all of the songs sound so similar to me. Like there's not enough of a difference in the songs, and like lyrics aside, it just doesn't make it enjoyable to listen to. And I feel like the TikToks that I've seen, like all the parodies, like kind of poking fun at her songs, like to me, those are more captivating and like more enjoyable to listen to than the songs themselves. And like that, I feel like is saying a lot coming from someone who like, she's been in the music industry for so long. She was writing her songs at like what 15 or so, like so she's been in it, she's like up here in terms of the music industry, and it just gave like nothing to me.
And like the other thing is, how do you top the Eras tour? And like you just finished the Eras tour, and 6 months later, here's an album. It's like we are like a little much.
Yeah.
And this is someone who loves Taylor news, who loves when she is out and about. But again, I think I could have gone a few months of her at the NFL, her being a supportive girlfriend,
Right.
her on vacation, like just little things that she could have been doing. But instead, she's out here picking a fight with Charlie
That's yeah,
XCX.
which like I don't even know what started that. Like I am not in tune enough to that lore, but like that's why I feel like it's a money grab because she didn't need to put something out that quick. Like she obviously has all of this publicity from her relationship with Travis. Like they just got engaged and like I mean that relationship in it of itself like to me is very PR, which isn't to say that they don't, like each other, that they're not a happy couple, but like I do very much believe that it started out as like a publicity stunt because also like why else would there be so many pictures and like, it would she wouldn't want to get caught seen with him when they started dating if it wasn't intentional because she's so private with that stuff and like, her history with the media and everyone talking about her being boy crazy or whatever. Like it was all just very intentional and then like, obviously her helping the NFL make more money by being on the screen and it's just I don't know, it feels almost like greedy. Like you've got all this going on. Like her fans are at well, they were at an all-time high. I mean, I heard that during the Eras tour there were concerts where like people said that there was like an earthquake or something from
Hmm.
like the amount of people just like jumping or whatever. Like that's insane.
I I was lucky enough to have gone to two of her shows, and there were people outside begging for tickets. You know how like usually you'll go to a concert and someone's like reselling you tickets?
Right.
No, there were people like with signs, like a mom saying like, "We drove here 16 hours, sell us your ticket." There were like parties outside of people who didn't make it. It was crazy.
Crazy.
It was real. You know the only reason why I don't think it was a publicity stunt, or at least it didn't start off as that, because if it was a publicity stunt, Travis would have never been so corny. Do you know how they started like
I
connecting?
don't think
Travis
so.
went to Arrowhead Stadium to watch her perform, and he wanted to meet her, but she didn't want to. So he left a friendship bracelet with his phone number to be giving
Okay.
to her.
Well, that's kind of cute.
No, it's corny as hell.
But
You are a grown ass
I
man.
don't know, like I think it could have started with him like pining for her, like having a little crush on her, and then like I don't know, maybe someone from his team reached out to someone from her team and like they decided, "Hey, this would be good for all of us." Like I don't know, it seemed too
Too good to be
public.
true.
Yeah, that too.
Like
And I mean, I don't know. It's just I feel like from the beginning of their relationship, it was these headlines of like that like people automatically knew that they were gonna like get engaged or like get married. Like it felt
they were the
very
one. Yeah.
yeah, like intentional in a weird way.
You know what I would have loved from Taylor? Had she gone away, but still very like seeing the girlfriend of Travis, seeing her at the NFL shows, bringing her family, and then next year when the NFL was over, her releasing a book.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then she gives you a book of like the era store and what it was. I mean, she's an amazing writer. She gives you this book of like how the eras came about, maybe even a love story, like a made up love story that happened, the Travis, kind of like a fiction slash kind of how this happened. We would have ate that shit up. Has
Yeah.
she giving us a fiction book on this football player marrying or finding love at Arrowhead, half fiction, half true? I want that damn book.
I mean that and like she could have released an album at the same time as that. Like, she had time to do anything but this.
And that book could have been called The Life of a Showgirl. and leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because
We didn't need the album.
we
We
didn't need
just
the
needed the
album.
book.
I don't know. I also heard that that there was also like the AMC thing that people went and watched it over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
it was very corny because the only thing that you got was the video for the Faith of Ophelia, and the rest of it was just like her winking at the camera, and it was just like an entire watch party.
That's what, like, it just screams money grab to me. Like, it's just very, like, almost like sloppy. Like, I feel like she is, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like she's very intentional in the things she usually does. And just with how it just feels like all of this was just like sloppily thrown together and like just put out. And that's why, like, I feel like a lot of people are saying it just like doesn't really add up with like what her brand is or what her image is or like her, I forget the word that people have been using, like her mythology. Like it very much goes against that. And I don't know, it's bizarre to me. I mean, again, I've been a Taylor hater, so I'm like not really nothing too, shocking here, but it is weird to see just the difference in like what she usually does.
Yeah, and there's still like 26 different album variants.
Yeah,
And
that's too
like
much.
again, I'm not trying to be a Taylor hater. You guys really don't, but I'm just gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
I have always said how much I love her, and I will keep it real. There, I went on the website, and every single like different color is just like the only difference is that every three, say like there are 12 songs, three will have like a voice memo, and that's a different color vinyl. And then like the other three will have a different voice memo, and that's a different color album. And there are somebody out there buying this entire discography of her. That let's talk about overconsumption.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you really need all of
And
this?
she does not need more money. Like, and I've heard that she pays, the people on her tour, like, the people around her well, but you can't be paying them that well if you're making the amount of money that you are. Like, there is no such thing as an ethical billionaire.
No.
And, like, I feel like people think that she's this, great person, like, in addition to, being a fan of hers. But like I mean to me it's always given like stereotypical white feminism, the bare minimum to seem like, this good person, and then behind the scenes it's like she's not like you and me, like she wants people to think that she's kind of on the same level as them, like, we're all girls, like we're all friends, whatever, but it's very much like she is elitist, like she is, you know,
A billionaire.
yeah, the like top 1%. And like that's another thing about this album is it felt out of touch. Like I think she thinks that she is still, able to connect or know what people want, but she doesn't, and there's no way she could because she's so out of touch.
And she does try to feel relatable because that's what sells.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok that I don't know how to feel about it, but this girl said, "You guys are still babying Taylor Swift because of the thing that happened with Kanye West. You still cannot give the girl any like criticism on her work because you still see her as the poor little girl that was bullied on stage by Kanye West."
Which again, it just goes back to like the white feminism. It's like, the white woman tears, and like, don't get me wrong, a lot of people have been victims of Kanye West.
Yes.
Like that man is not fully sane, and like, some would argue that his genius or whatever, like you can't be sane to whatever. But that has happened so long ago. Like, who else do you know who has been like wronged by him in some way, who is still, after all of this time, still like going back to that, and like their fans still going back to that? Like, it's just
Crazy. But okay, speaking of Kanye West, did you see that he posted an Instagram or like somewhere on social media a list of people who have done him wrong? And one of them was Northwest.
Oh my
he said like
God.
something like, here's a list of people who've done me wrong, and like your daughter is on this list. Like I'm like, dude, she is 12, 13 years old. Leave Northwest
What's
alone.
so funny is that I feel like people say that she is like him a lot. Like
Oh,
she just doesn't care. Like she's gonna do what she wants to
yeah.
do. And what is that thing that people also say that like she's there to
She is Kim's karma.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So I mean,
There are allegedly rumors that Kris Jenner tried to unalive Kanye West. Rumors. These are allegedly. But they could
I
try to do that,
mean,
but Little North will be there. And Little Kim was thinking she like you've seen Chicago, right? She is
yeah.
like the girliest.
Yeah.
She looks like Kim. She is, and really, Kim just always. Kim is such a princess. Kim is the type of girl that she knew she was pretty from the day she was born.
Right.
She knew men would flock to her, and she took advantage of that
Oh
shit.
yeah.
And she's
And she
known
had
that.
her mom in her ear hyping her up the whole time.
Yes, there are women who grow up like that, and they are what you call them trophy wives.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kim has always known that she was beautiful, and she always thought she was going to have girls that were just going to be just like her. And North is just like her dad.
Yeah.
A
Which
pi-
I mean, like statistically, at least one of them, you know, like,
One of them got to be.
and I like that. I don't know, like, she's fun. She does what she wants,
She
and
does.
I don't think she's as delusional and whatnot as her dad. But
You think so? It's worse.
oh, really?
I mean, when you grow up with two dads like Kim and Kanye, and you grow up in Calabasas with security and paparazzi
Well,
around
I
you.
don't know. I feel like she also like part of her knows that it's like not normal. Like I feel like there's a part of her that's like still somewhat rooted in reality. And like I mean, granted, like I'm they did put her on stage in like The Lion King, and there's things that
Yeah.
obviously she probably isn't even aware of that aren't normal, but I don't know, like I just like the fact that she like questions things that or like isn't afraid to put their business out there cuz she's just
Yeah.
like why aren't we telling them this,
Absolutely.
like so I feel like in that way she's like a little bit more grounded in reality, but
We'll see. And for those who have asked me about my opinion on what she has been wearing, about the corset and blah, 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 I refuse to have an opinion on a 13-year-old girl's body.
period.
She is beautiful, and I cannot wait to see her grow up and be as artistic as her dad.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say on that. Now, let's jump into a topic that's kind of sad because, well, sad and not. I was sad for a few days and then I found out that it was all fine. So, like, I'm back to good. Because Dolly Parton speaks out after sister asks for prayers over a singer's health. Dolly Parton is speaking out after her sister prompted widespread concerns for the legendary singer's health in the postponement of the string of live shows, insisting she ain't dead yet. In a video posted on Instagram this week, Parton explained that she was working on commercials and wanted to put people's minds at ease, providing an update for her fans on her health. So she is good. She put out a video saying that after the passing of her husband, she needed to take care of some things, but she was busy. So finally, her doctor said, let's get to it. She didn't really give much explanations, but she is filming some episodes for the Super Bowl, I'm assuming. Right? Some commercials? That's what it says here.
I don't know.
Well,
I
whatever.
mean,
Yeah.
she does anything. She does everything, so wouldn't surprise me.
Talk about a woman that could be a billionaire,
Yeah,
but she refuses.
Dolly Parton is what everyone should aspire to be. Like, also, the fact that I don't think there's a single person who hates or dislikes Dolly Parton. Like, she very much has the approval and love of people on the left, the right. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or what you like, everyone loves Dolly, and like, she's also just a good person. Like,
Yeah.
she gives back to people, she just,
She is what a Christian is. So
yeah.
for all of those people out there who are Christians, put Miss Dolly on your inspiration board. That's all I have to say. Speaking of the good things that she has done, I really find this amazing. And every chance that I get, I like to tell this story because Dolly wrote "I Would Always Love You." That
Yes.
was sang this song, and she has always said that that song is Whitney's. That
Yeah.
the day that she heard Whitney sing that song, she's like, yes. And she was once asked if she ever feels bad that she made it bigger than her. She said, "No, I get my coin. I don't care."
Right.
But speaking of the coin that she has made, do you know that a big portion of the money she has made from that song, from the moment that she started making money, she put it towards affordable living in communities for African American people? And no one knew this up until like maybe 5 years ago. But she said, yes, I wanted, because it was something Whitney made that song. That
Mm-hmm.
song was Whitney, and in her legacy, I didn't want to just be collecting money. I wanted that money to go towards something good in the world. And the woman is just a saint.
Yeah.
And those little stories that we don't even know half of them.
And that's the thing, like, she should be an example to everyone. Like, you can make it, you can have the, like, fame, the riches, whatever, and still be, like, an ethical, good human being. Like, also, it kind of disproves that, like, I feel like a lot of people think when you start off not having a lot of money and then you, like, get into a world where, like, you're making all this money, like, you've got all this fame and attention, like, it changes you. She very much has remained, like, unchanged and just, like, obviously, like, very secure in who she is and, like, what she stands for, and it's incredible. And I think, like, when the day does come that she's in good health now. She
Yes.
says she's good, but if that were not the case, like, the whole world would mourn. Like, I really do think it would be, like, a tragedy.
Absolutely. And not there is one positive thing when that day happens. It's inevitable. It's going to happen to all of us. But the one good thing that will come out of that is that we will find out all of the good things that she has done for the world.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that that woman has never said. She helps out a lot in her community. You know that she opened up that park, Dollywood,
Yeah.
to employ people.
Yeah.
That was her goal.
And that brings up another point. It's like some people do good deeds to be performative, like they want people to think they're a good
Of
person,
course.
but like she doesn't even want the credit.
No.
Like it's just literally out of the goodness of her heart.
Yeah.
And
And when we say like eat the rich, like we're not eating Miss Dolly.
no.
In fact, like if she is flying on a private jet every day, put another one behind her for security.
Yeah.
I don't care
And
about I don't care about the gas.
I don't care. The good outweighs the evil in that situation in my mind, like
Yeah.
there's too much good. Like
She does way too good. So Miss Dolly, she said that she's a huge believer in prayers, and we're still gonna pray for you for your good well-being. You are an angel, and this world does not deserve you. Well, in other news that I wanted to talk to you, are you a Jennifer Lopez fan?
um
That's the answer we were all expecting. But everyone at home said the
is
same
she
thing.
watching this?
She does. She does watch it. But yeah, she's a huge fan. But she's fine. Well, they were on the red carpet with Ben Affleck, and I'm just tired of those two.
I I almost feel like he's like being held hostage. Like
I don't know. I never feel bad for a man.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. At some point he wanted it.
Yes.
But I feel like every picture I've seen of him in the last, like, I don't know how many years, he looks so miserable. Like, I feel like that woman drained everything from him. And although I did hear that he was maybe partially on the red carpet with her because he
He
had
was a
like,
producer.
yeah, yeah, which that makes a lot more sense. Maybe they had to show that they were some sort of like united front so that it didn't look bad
Right.
for J-Lo. But
The more I think about it, the more I think those two deserve each other. Because one, here's my thing about J-Lo. He left you. He left you back in the 2000s. Let's not forget that. He said, never mind, I'm not marrying you. And then went and married another Jennifer. Let's not forget that. Who put through hell because of his alleged alcoholism and gambling, right? Then he came back to you. And then you took him. And then apparently you two bitches were toxic as hell. I think you two deserve each other.
Didn't they get like married and remarried several times? Like
Yes.
I can't keep up.
They got married, they got divorced like last year, and if they're back and forth, girl, go ahead, just get together. You deserve each other.
Stay, just, do your thing. We don't want it.
Because
I
at the
literally I saw a comment on a video that was like, take us out of the group chat. Like
yep, take us out of the group chat. We don't care if you get married. Give us a picture. It's fine. I don't care.
don't even give us the picture. We don't want to know.
Yeah, J Lo always serves. She always serves. So I don't mind seeing her get married again. But here is my thing: like, if you take these two out of the equation, who's gonna want Ben Affleck? Who's gonna want Jennifer? We both know they're toxic as hell. So hey, jump in, marry each other, and be miserable.
Yeah.
Don't make anyone else miserable. Damn, I went hard on them, huh?
I mean, it could have been worse,
It could have been worse.
Truly, I have not heard great things about that woman from,
Nobody.
closed doors. Like, I feel like people just, they don't really like her. They don't like working with her. She's like a diva in the worst way, It's just,
That's what I've heard. So yeah, we put them through hell. But you know who I'm gonna put through hell? You, because it is time for pop trivia.
okay.
Are you ready to find out how knowledgeable you are on pop culture?
I guess so.
All right, we're gonna put 60 seconds on the clock,
Oh, it's timed.
and it will start after I read the first question.
Okay.
All right. Time is on the clock. How many kids does Angelina Jolie have?
7.
6. What was the first movie to earn 1 billion at the box office?
I know this is wrong. Avatar.
Titanic. Close. That was good. What Disney movie featured the song Let It Go?
Frozen.
Who famously interrupted Taylor Swift at the 2009 VMAs?
Kanye.
What is the longest running animated television show?
The Simpsons.
Yes. Which celebrity is known for saying that's hot?
Paris Hilton.
Where does Lizzie McGuire travel for her junior trip?
I don't know that one.
Rome. Who was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Dolly?
Aretha Franklin. What was the name of Michael Jackson's pet chimpanzee? Bubbles. What TV show featured Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup as the little characters?
Powerpuff Girls.
Yay! Right on the dot. 60 seconds. You got a lot of questions right.
That's a lot better than what I thought I was going to do. I'm not going to lie.
How many did we get right? Like 5? Half?
To be fair, 6 was the first number that I was thinking, and then I went with 7. So,
That's
I
right.
almost got that one.
You always got to follow your intuition.
Yeah.
Always follow your intuition. You did really good. And you said Avatar, which was a pretty good guess. A little before that was Titanic.
That makes more sense.
But that just shows you're a young individual.
I am, and I honestly, especially when I was younger, I had no proximity to pop culture, so I'm playing catch up now.
That's okay. Pop culture is for everyone, and I always just tell people do not be intimidated by pop culture, because pop culture, it's exactly what you do, what you wear, what you eat. Like, pop culture is literally the dumbest thing that happens in our life.
So true.
Everything from what we listen, what people like, the words that we are saying, the clothes that we're wearing, the places we're hanging out. That is pop culture. That is all what it comes down to. So don't be afraid. Pop culture is for everyone, because we're all a part of it, whether we want it or not.
Fortunately or unfortunately.
Yeah. Now I have a question to ask you. This is also a new segment that we just started, and it's called A Fly on the Wall. I want you to think about a pop culture moment that you would like to be a part of as a fly on the wall.
Oh, God. I feel like there's so many. There's so many. And the problem with me is I can never think of anything when I'm on the spot.
Think of your favorite artist, of someone that did something revolutionary. I don't want to but think of VMA's Gaga right before. What was going through her, what do you, something crazy pop culture moment that you're like, ooh.
Honestly, first thing that comes to mind is Gaga's meat dress. Imagine being in person for that, because what did it smell like? What did it look like up close? Like, like I feel like pictures don't really do that justice. So,
Well, girl, I don't think you want to be a fly on the wall. You want to be a
well,
fly on the steak
yeah.
because you'll be flying around the damn steak. That is literally, you said, I want to be right there on that
Yeah.
damn steak as she was receiving the VMA.
Yeah.
That would be a phenomenal moment. Like, yeah,
And I mean, that is one of her most iconic moments. And I don't know, like, also just very fascinated with the role that fashion has in music, like,
absolutely.
especially for people like Gaga. So,
Absolutely. I could talk about how fashion really is just an interpretation of our times, of what we did. If you look back at the Gaga era, it was also the Obama administration where it was during Glee. Like, if you think about Gaga and her
so
outfits,
true.
that opened up doors to Glee and
Yeah.
opened up doors to shows like The New Normal and all these queer friendly shows that at the time would not have been possible had it not been for Gaga. And even to dumb it down even more, it would not be possible if it wasn't for Gaga's outfits.
Right.
That Gaga was wearing crazy heels, so seeing a boy in heels on Glee wasn't as abnormal anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It when we saw Gaga, it was crazy.
Right.
But then fashion
Yeah,
got
it's
dumbed
the
down.
like shock value of it all. And
Abs-
like obviously that worked for her. Like that's what she wanted. It's like very campy. I love campy, like just very revolutionary, which like that's another thing that I'm like really fascinated with is when people are so authentically themselves that like they do, whatever they want to do despite, how other people might receive it. Like even if it is shocking or outlandish or weird, like doing that and like giving other people the permission to do that
to do that
themselves
themselves.
is really really cool.
I think I've said this before on the show, and I will repeat this. I've said this a million times to friends, but if you ever want to know what fashion is, just listen to that part on The Devil Wears Prada when Andy Sachs walks in on Miranda Priestley trying on the belts, and she goes on to, "Oh, you think this is funny," and how like the word trickled down into that
Mm,
bin where you fish that sweater from. But that sweater represents millions of jobs of people here. Like that really what fashion is.
yeah.
Now, speaking of fashion, let's put these away. And I want to know your fashion stars. Like who do you look up to? Like who are the girls that you're just like doing it?
Um, some of these might be more like niche, I guess, but there's this influencer from Canada. Her name is Sarah Camps, and she's very like maximalist. Like she will put things together that you wouldn't even think would go together, and somehow it just works for her. It's like very campy, but also high fashion, and she just wears it anywhere, like every day she puts it on. And she's been like a huge guide into me furthering my own personal style. Because like I mean seeing someone do something like that, it kind of makes you feel more comfortable to do what you want to do. And I do feel like there's some similarities between me and her. Like I end up like having some of the same pieces in my wardrobe as her, just like by chance. So I really love her. Um, oh,
Obviously Gaga.
obviously Gaga. Um, I'm trying to think. I feel like just various like fashion influencers, and not so much celebrities, because there's just such a wide range of fashion and style, and seeing what other people do, it's kind of like I feel like I kind of pull inspiration from everyone, like even if it is like a whole different, genre of style or whatever. Um, there's got to be some celebrity that I'm
Well,
just not.
but like when you say Gaga, I a lot of celebrities have fashion because of people like you,
Mm,
because of stylists that put things together, and celebrities just go out there and they have the body, the type to
yeah.
wear it. But it really, you're a stylist. I know that you're working with a good friend of the show, Caroline, with the styling. And really, like, these celebrities come to life because of people like you
Mm,
with crazy ideas. Like, I think Rihanna is a
oh
fabulous.
yeah.
Talk about someone who does
Yeah.
fashion. And you can just tell the difference between someone who likes fashion and someone who likes style.
Yeah. Oh, Chaperone for one. Like
I was gonna
her.
ask you, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to be so like,
Yeah. Yeah.
are you a Chaperone
No,
fan?
it's just like it's very campy. It's like costumey. Like I love all of that type of stuff, and like I feel like I draw a lot of inspiration from her and Gaga in terms of like what I do and what I want to do to style the artist that I'm styling. Because I mean, obviously, like, so Caroline has a very like clear vision of what she wants. Like, she's very 80s, very like colorful, maximalist, standard like leotard and tights, but it also like wants to be done in a way that is more drag adjacent and like almost costumey and campy, and which is like right up my alley. And something that I like go back to a lot is thinking about how stars like Chapel and Gaga, part of like how they got where they are now is their look, like their presentation. Like, you could have anyone who's a good singer or performer, and like something that sets them apart is how they look, how they
Their
dress,
fashion.
like the theatrics of it all. And so that's something that I really kind of look up to in their stylists, like Hunter Clem and, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name, Chapel's stylist.
I don't.
Yes, yes.
Je ne sais.
And they're just, I mean, I know they're like good buddies, like they're just really honestly killing it. And like also just like to be able to take a vision of a performer or like creative who has those ideas and be able to deliver that on that level is crazy. And like that's why I think like designers are so cool, because to make that come to life is insane. But yeah.
I love stylists. To me, a stylist really can set apart everything and anything. You can have the most gorgeous gown, the most beautiful dress, but you can always tell the celebrities that are into fashion and the celebrities who are just wearing a look because their stylist said this
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
There are just, like I said, one example, and probably the biggest pop culture example is Rihanna, that you can just tell that girl is like, no, I don't want to wear that. I want
Right.
this.
Yeah.
And her stylist was like, oh, okay, great. You can just tell the chemistry. It's not just about like what looks good on me will look good on you, or let me just give you an outfit that I would wear.
Right.
It's working with that essence of that person and making that idea come to life.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys do. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I could use a little styling. But like I said, I love a maximalist queen. I absolutely love it.
It's just so fun.
It is, but I just feel like a clown and not in a best way. So,
That's fair.
yeah, I
You
just
gotta you gotta start small. Like I feel like I get a lot of people who tell me like they'll compliment me on something I'm wearing and they'll say, I could never do that though.
yeah.
And I always say like the trick is you can. You can do it. You just have to start somewhere, and like it's about feeling comfortable and confident. And like I think a lot of that has to do with outside perceptions. Like once you allow yourself to not care about what other people think, which is hard, but like over time you kind of develop that, then it's so easy. And like you're doing it more because like that's how you feel as a person, And I think that's like kind of the difference between celebrities who, you just throw them in anything, or celebrities who know what they want, is like those people have developed their sense of style and they know what works for them, what they want, like what represents like who they are, whether or not they, can pick those pieces out for themselves or not. So yeah, I feel like even being a stylist, I feel like you need to work with someone who kind of knows their image and
Absolutely.
who they are, what they want to present themselves as.
That is the number one key. That is the number one key. I actually just saw a TikTok that I thought it was a really, really good idea. You just said something about like people maybe don't have like the courage to go out. I have a really fun idea because I saw this party that this girl was hosting saying like, "Oh, I just invited my friends and the theme is wear something that you have nowhere to wear it to."
Yeah.
And I love that idea because like people showed up in gowns and tuxedos. But I think that if you, with your really close group of friends, and it does not even have to, like, it can just be three of you,
Right.
and be like, wear the most crazy fashion thing that you've always wanted to wear, but you can, like, you will never dare to step outside.
Yeah.
And just take it to your friend's house, laugh about each other, make fun of each other, feel comfortable with, like, just wearing that. And then the next time that you go out, I'm not telling you to dress like that, but put something a little extra on your step. And I promise you that you just slowly stop caring what people say. And when you start wearing fashion for you rather than what you look like or what eyes you're going to attract, it is just so much more fun.
And you really think that reactions are going to be more negative than they actually are going to be. And I think part of that is like your own perception. And I mean, like when I still get this sometimes from my parents, but like they they almost want to judge me because they think if they go out with me that other people are going to judge me. And I have to tell them like no one says anything to my face. Like the only people who say anything to me are people complimenting me, and the people who aren't saying anything, like it doesn't matter, it's not affecting me.
Yeah.
And also if I do get people at this point who say anything negative, it's like I already know who I am and what I'm doing and it's working for me. So like at that point it doesn't even matter. Like
No.
you're so confident in what you're doing that it's just like that's your opinion and you're entitled to that, but it's wrong because this is me, this is what I'm doing, and it does work for these reasons. So it's just yeah, getting that little bit of confidence, and sometimes that comes from ignoring outside perspectives, and like sometimes that comes from just like being around the right people, because once you like stop listening to the people who are like, what are you wearing, what are you doing, and who are just like, like, oh, I love that you're like wearing that, or like I love that you're doing something different, or just not even saying anything at all and letting you feel comfortable doing what you're doing, then it makes a world of difference. And most of the time you will get compliments if you're doing something different because other people are afraid to do that. So they
Yes.
like seeing someone else who is doing that.
Absolutely. And I have, for those people who think like, oh, I can't do that because like, what are people going to think? I actually have really bad news for you. No one cares. You are not that important. And if they thought your outfit was bad, I promise you they'll forget about it in 5 seconds. We are
And life's
not that
too
important.
short. Like it's too short. Wear what you want to wear. I like to think of it as like customizing my character.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to have a character who just wears the same thing every day? Like, it's like thinking about if you're customizing an avatar for like a video game. Like, you're gonna put them in something that's like super cool that you would never wear, but it's like, oh, that's cool, that's sick. Like,
It's the same
that's
thing.
yeah, that's how you should kind of view yourself. Like, well, unless you don't want to, whatever you want to do, but it's just to think of it in that way is just like fun because it's just like every day is dress up. And honestly, I have gotten everywhere I am today by literally just doing what I want to present myself how I want and not caring. Like that's how I've gotten any opportunity that I've ever gotten.
And that's how life works.
Yeah.
And to wrap it all up, remember that your delusion is your reality.
Yes.
Gigi, I could literally sit here and talk to you for hours about fashion, about your style, about all of the cool things that you're doing in the city. But we gotta wrap it up.
Yes.
Girl, we're hungry,
Yeah.
right? Is there anything else you want to let the clashers know at home?
Um, Shout out to Caroline Kingsbury. Uh, she's a lesbian 80s pop artist. She is who I style. Um, Doing cool things together. And yeah, that's it really.
I love that. We're gonna give us your Instagram. We're gonna leave it below so that everyone can go check out your really, really cool Instagram page and get inspired by all of your outfits. But tell us what it is.
It is GG, like two G's, underscore Gabinesh. I'm not even gonna,
Girl,
let you spell. We'll have the spelling
yeah,
listed.
I couldn't pronounce it earlier, let alone spell it. Well, guys, you know where to find us. The Culture underscore Clash on Instagram, also on TikTok, and now we are on Facebook. So go find us, go follow us, go subscribe on our YouTube as well. Leave a comment below. Thank you for all of the love. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you guys enjoy a nice little margarita. Fall is here, so maybe a little cider with some rum.
Yeah,
Yum, pumpkin patching.
yeah.
Oh, Halloween is here.
I
Yay.
love a good spiked cider.
Well, you guys, thank you so, so much for being here on another episode of The Culture Clash. We'll see you next week.